Hi everybody, Zach's Reacts, and welcome back to another episode reaction of Fairy Tail. Today we're moving on with episode 275 and going on from there. And oh my god, last time, I can't even believe it. The big reveal, guys, spoilers ahead. The truth about Fairy Tail Zero is that Mavis had Zera basically conjured up in her imagination, and she's not real. And Zera actually was killed. She died as the little girl, in that flashback scene. And this whole time, it was just almost like an imaginary friend. And Mavis kind of, talked with her, befriended her, everything like that, but nobody else could ever see her or hear her. And it was finally revealed last episode. And I literally, guys, I had to go back. I almost rewatched all of Fairy Tail Zero again just for fun on my own. And I kind of nitpicked and really watched the scenes this time where we had Mavis and Zera together, and Zera's getting introduced to the characters and all that stuff. And it was like very evident, knowing the truth now, like never once, guys, what did Zera ever actually talk with anybody other than Mavis, and nobody ever talked with Zera. Other than, oh, hey, Zera, like kind of placating Mavis, just kind of being nice to her. And it was just crazy, just knowing that now, knowing the truth and seeing it all. Like every time they introduced her, they always had like this weird, confused look on their face. Like, and that was just so wild. Like, it's just crazy that was going on the whole time. I missed it. I'm sure many of you missed it if you were ever watching it for the first time. But gosh, it's awesome. Like, it's such a twist, and this arc has been great. It's a very short arc. We're gonna finish Fairy Tail Zero today, guys. This is the final episode. We have 2 more episodes to kind of round out season 8 of Fairy Tail. I don't really know what happens in those 2 episodes because I know it's not officially part of Fairy Tail Zero, but it's gonna be more back, and I think in our own time. Maybe I'm assuming gonna be kind of connecting back with some of our main characters, just kind of showing what happened after Fairy Tail got disbanded. And just seeing what happens from there. So I can't wait, guys. I'm loving it. Last episode, guys, the little preview for this one basically had a whole goodbye for Zera. So I'm just expecting a big cry fest, just to be bawling this whole episode. It's gonna be so sad and touching. The only threat, guys, that I can think of, I don't know if they're going to have him come back or not, but the guild leader of Blue Skull kind of escaped his prison last time, and they never really showed what happened to him. So he might, I'm thinking, come back one more time, just to kind of try and seek him some revenge, maybe get defeated then, is my guess. But maybe he'll just disappear and we'll never know what happened to him either. So I don't know. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We have a Patreon going on where you can help support this channel, so feel free to check it out in the description below. Otherwise, guys, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet for more reactions coming soon. I'm so excited to finish Fairy Tail Zero this time, so let's get going, guys, with episode 275. Here we go.
No, you're just trying to play some kind of joke on me. She's here. Zera's standing right in front of us. See? Right here. Holding my hand.
Oh.
It's only you and I here, Mavis.
What?
He's telling the truth, Mavis. You've needed to know. 7 years ago, on Tenro Island, I died.
Oh my god. And I really liked Zera too. Like, I'm so sad that she died. Like, that little kid, the scream that Mavis gave off, like, is haunting. It's so chilling. The guttural scream that she gives when she sees Zera's body, and now we know that it was actually like because she saw her dead body, and like, my gosh, horrible. Of course, it's like a sunset scene too. I'm just like, it's gonna be so touching. Right here, like this shot here, gave me big Field of Gold vibes. So I was so afraid that they were gonna do a whole Field of Gold scene for Zera, and that she was gonna be killed in whatever battle they had going on with Blue Skull. That was my whole guess. Obviously, I'm wrong, but they might maybe even do some kind of Field of Gold scene still here, just to kind of say goodbye to her, her spirit, her essence. I don't even know, guys. So much. Last time as well, I want to mention, guys, with Zeref, we got to learn that Zeref was basically like the unofficial like catalyst for starting Fairy Tail. He's the one that taught everybody how to use magic, and they're in turn, I'm believing this episode, are going to finally officially form Fairy Tale, and it's just so cool to kind of know how intertwined and connected he was all along.
You were the
So
only survivor. Your feelings were so strong. The magic energy inside of you took on the form of what you needed most right then. You needed a friend, so you subconsciously created one.
Zera.
But look, since you're finally beginning to think of me as an illusion, I'm becoming more like one.
It's not true! I would never think of you as an illusion because you're real!
deep down, she has to know she is an illusion. She's just going to fight it and deny it. Oh, and it's Zera. So obvious now, but like, my gosh. So we saw, guys, the 0 at the end of the word zero fading this whole time. I missed it at first. It was pointed out to me on Patreon, and now it's Zera, and it's, gosh, so touching.
So I have to go.
She's the inspiration. She is
Please.
the motivation for Mavis, and
Going so long has taken a toll on your health.
gosh, I have no words. So touching.
May have caused your body to stop growing, but it's not the only thing.
I don't care. Even if no one else can see, I still can. You're my best friend.
We had so many good times together.
Are you seriously gonna read all of those encyclopedias? Of course I am. Starting with A. That's where everything begins, isn't it? You can't go on a journey without taking your first step. Hey, Zera. I wonder, where do you think we could find a fairy?
I don't know. Didn't your mom and dad tell you something about them?
They said if I have faith and keep searching, I'll be sure to find one someday.
You will. Someday.
That's great! And I know you'll be right there with me.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we've been together this long, haven't we? So why not forever and
Gosh.
ever?
If you look in your heart, maybe you'll find there's already a fairy inside of it.
A fairy in my heart?
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it.
I know this seems kind of silly,
Huh?
but I was thinking, your hair looks like two tails.
Don't be mean! I like this hairstyle!
Oh, do you think fairies have tails?
Ah.
I don't know.
So that's how that question came to be.
No.
God.
I don't want this. If you disappear on me, I'll just have to use my magic to create you again. We can still be together forever.
I know that's what you want, but it only worked the first time because you weren't aware of it. You have real friends who care so deeply for you. It's time to be with them.
But I want you! You promised that you'd stay with me forever and ever. You can't leave me!
Hey, Mavis. You know where you can find a fairy, don't you?
Yeah, inside my heart.
It's true. And I'll be there. I'm not leaving you. I'll always be in your heart. Forever. Now, you gotta be brave. And let me go there. But the years I spent with you were the best ever.
Thank you. They really were. Promise me you'll always be my friend.
Cross my heart.
Is that her?
Thank you for everything. All I ask in return is that you look after Mavis for me.
I will.
Oh my God. Jeez. Oh gosh.
Look after Mavis for me.
Mavis was the only one who could see or hear her.
Was she real all along? He told me only Mavis could perceive her because she came from her subconscious
She's
mind.
different than a normal projection,
But
because
not.
Do you think that voice we just heard was Zera? Maybe if Mavis finally realized what she was, we could hear her too.
Are you okay?
Zera will still be a part of me, like she always has. She'll go on living in my heart. So let's move on. All of us together.
gosh, it's the same piano music too as the Fields of
When I
Gold.
started my
Like,
adventure, I had
I'm not okay, guys. This is horrible. I'm so sad.
Now I have Zera. I'm so thankful for everything she's done for me.
Well, that whole thing was pretty heavy emotionally, so I figured she'd need some time alone to sort out her feelings.
I guess that makes sense.
It's gotta be painful. She was real to Mavis. They spent all those years alone together, and then all of a sudden she had to say goodbye. Mavis told me that she wants to go and look for fairies. But still, I want to help her find them.
Me too.
And you owe her too. You technically lost that battle of wits. So that was the bargain.
I'm sorry. Well, Zera, what now? What kind of adventure will I go on in my next chapter of life? Maybe I should try being a treasure hunter with the boys for a little while. Or should I go home? I could spend some more time back on Tenro Island and see where I go from there.
Mavis!
Here's to the free city of Magnolia!
The guy's so loud.
Do you want some bread?
I love it.
We made it just for you.
You've done so much for our city. The least we can do is make you dinner.
I just saw an opportunity to help the people here get things started is all. And then you guys took over from there.
I wish your friends were here now so we could thank them personally.
But still, you can't help but wonder what's next for Magnolia. Don't get the wrong idea. Blue Skull being gone is the best thing that's happened here. That was long overdue.
I suppose in some way they had just become like the devil you know. Now that they're gone, nobody really knows what will happen next.
Please excuse me. I appreciate your hospitality, but there's something urgent that I need to do. Don't go. Stay and finish dinner. Some other time, promise. Oh, but can I take the bread with me? I know it'll be yummy.
She took all the bread. They probably wanted some too. Well, they're in a bakery. It's fine. It's fine.
I figured it out, Zera. I know what I'm gonna do next.
Protect the town. Build a guild. Let's do it.
Hey there. It's good to see you, Mavis. So I think that's the way we should greet her, with smiles. We just want to be super cheerful, you know?
Like this? I'm so happy you're back, Mavis.
Okay, got it.
Hey there, Mavis. Good to see you.
You'll scare the crap out of her with that! Here she is. Are you guys ready?
Of course I am.
Hey there! Good to see you!
I've got a great idea. So listen up.
You think we should start our own wizard guild?
Yep,
I thought you were going off on an adventure to find fairies.
I plan on going on lots of adventures. But still, everybody needs a place they can call home, right? That's why I'm gonna start the guild right here in Magnolia.
You don't want to start it on Tenro Island?
Well, I did consider that for a little while, but then I thought about all the people here who had lived under Blue Skull for so long. Zera dreamed of saving this city, but it doesn't end with kicking out Blue Skull and then going on our merry way. We want the people here to love life again, to smile, to actually feel free, to give them hope that tomorrow will be better than yesterday. If we put our heads together, we can make that dream come true. Since I'm from Tenro, we can declare the island as the guild's sacred ground. Do you guys want to join me?
Sounds like an adventure.
Our own wizard guild.
Might I suggest we call ourselves the Preck Brothers?
Can't believe you said that with a straight face.
I'm being completely serious.
Well, that name seriously sucks.
I have a name. We're going to call ourselves the Fairy Tale Guild.
Are you sure about that?
That's kind of quirky.
Do fairies have tails or not? I don't really know. More than that, are fairies even real? It's an eternal mystery, and trying to find out sounds like an eternal adventure to me. Anyway, that's how I came up with it. Fairy Tale.
Starting a guild from zero
go.
will be tough. We have a lot of work ahead of us.
So you want to start a new wizard guild in Magnolia? The idea seems okay in theory, but...
I don't know about all of this. Word on the street is that you people haven't even been wizards for very long.
Yes, that is true. But we want to grow in our abilities and have the city grow right along with us. We don't want to cause trouble. All we really want is for our guild to spread joy to everybody that lives here.
Count me in! If there's anybody that can make an amazing guild, it's gotta be you guys!
You're gonna be the best guild ever!
You have my blessing, Mavis. I'd be proud to have you here.
This might be good. And we definitely can't afford another situation like what happened with Blue Skull.
We've all seen that you care. You've already saved Magnolia once from the brink of destruction.
Yeah, but if they go overboard with their magic spells, they could break a whole lot of buildings and stuff all over again.
You'll be careful and not let things get too out of hand, won't ya?
Don't you worry. We'll make sure that nothing
We'll
like
wait
that
till
will
the
ever
future
happen.
generations to
You promise.
destroy the
I
town.
believe ya.
After that, we petitioned the Magic Council to allow us to establish a new guild in Magnolia. We also joined the community of neighboring guilds and the Regional Guild Federation.
Okay,
The
wow.
next step was for Yuri and the others to officially leave Sylph Labyrinth so they could found Fairy Tale with me.
So, if you ever find yourself in Magnolia, feel free to drop in and see us.
Hey, sword, hammer, and sniper. See you later.
Yeah!
Ah, there they are.
Totally wish you guys
Probably
could-
the old
Maybe we'll
fathers
get a
or
chance to work
grandfathers.
together someday. You dig?
Don't get too far out of range.
Love it.
There they go. And I totally
Yeah, they
couldn't be
never-
happier to see them leave.
Mm-hmm. No matter what those guys are doing, they just can't seem to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I was told on Patreon that it was the Sylph Labyrinth Guild, but I think this is the first time they officially confirmed it, that it was the same treasure hunter guild that we met on Sun Village. It was pretty cool.
Still, if I know those three guys, no matter what might happen to them, they'll totally have fun wherever they go.
Take a look. There's one dream come true.
Whoa. Amazing. It's our very
There
own
we go.
guild.
Sure is.
Let's take a picture so we never forget this. The day that Fairy Tale was born!
So, Master, something you'd like to say?
Did you say master?
Well, starting the guild was your idea, wasn't it?
I don't really have much to say about fairies.
Okay. My wish is for this guild to be a family that loves and cherishes each one of our members. And I believe that comrade is more than just a word. A comrade lives in your heart, is someone you can trust unconditionally. I want you to feel like you can rely on me. Because one day, I'll need you, and our trust in each other will see us through. Whenever you're suffering, whenever you're sad, I'll be there to make sure you remember that you never have to face it alone. We have as many hopes and dreams as there are stars in the sky. If we walk toward the future together, I know we'll reach them. Now, let us move forward, forever in tune with the song of the fairies.
Awesome. Love it. Oh, there he is.
Fairy tale,
He's back.
In that case, I'll have to start a new guild of my own to exact my revenge. A guild of dark souls, and I will be the Phantom Lord.
Oh, okay.
Zera, when I look into the future, I see many people gathering around this guild, together as a family, and they all have a place to return to on this eternal adventure. I know in my heart that someday, my dream for Fairy Tale will come true.
On that bright April day in the year 686, the Fairy Tale Guild is officially founded. Its first master is Mavis Vermilion. In July of that same year, the bloody Second Trade War begins. In February 688, Fairy Tale and Fiore's other wizard guilds intervene in the war. Mavis's expertise and strategy earns her the name Fairy Tactician throughout the kingdom. 2 years later, in May of 690, Yuri Dreyer finds a girl he treasures, and the pair is soon married. Shortly after that, the Second Trade War finally comes to an end, and the Inter-Guild Conflict Ban Treaty is established. In March of 696, Yuri's son Makarov is born. The next year, Mavis passes away, and her grave is built on the sacred ground of Tinro Island. Per Mavis's wishes, Precht becomes her successor, and Fairy Tale's second master. Then in 700, Yuri Dreyer joins Mavis in the afterlife. 731, Precht becomes involved with black sorcery. Shortly thereafter, Warid Sequin leaves the guild. In 736, Precht leaves the guild as well and appoints Makarov Dreyer to be the guild's third master. Much later, in 784, primary guild members go missing after Acnologia attacks Tinro Island. Following that loss, in 785, Makau Konbold becomes the fourth master. In 791, the Tinru team returns after 7 years. Gildarts Clive becomes the fifth master. Once again, Makarov Dreyer becomes the sixth master. He
love that
the
moment.
Guild to victory in the Grand Magic Games.
Okay,
Wow, what a history lesson.
Good luck, Fairy Tale! So, this is the story of Fairy Tale's creation. My dream really did come true, and Fairy Tale became a guild that's more like a family, where each member is loved and cherished. Unfortunately, I was wrong about the guild never causing trouble. They seem to have a hard time staying out of it. The property damage bills have been too numerous to count. Sadly, Fairy Tale is currently disbanded. But as long as everyone still has the spirit that we founded the guild upon, love, trust, and friendship, and they keep the guild in their hearts, I have faith that they'll all find each other and reform stronger than ever before. I believe in you, Fairy Tale.
Love it. Love it. Gosh, what a great history lesson. So many awesome moments right there.
It's been a full year since Fairy Tale was disbanded. All of our members have gone our separate ways, seeking new adventures.
We're back at the games.
I've been working as an apprentice reporter for Sorcerer Weekly, and my job is to cover all the action in this year's Grand Magic Games. Little did I know that I was about to have a fateful encounter. In 792, the newly rebuilt royal capital of Crocus burns once again.
Oh.
Next time, Challenger. Unbroken, the emblem burns even brighter.
Saw that scarf. Is that Natsu? Oh my gosh, that was amazing, guys. We're just going to jump right to the next episode. Here we go.
This is Crocus, the bustling, flower-blooming capital of the Fiore Kingdom. Time to see the kingdom.
All right, guys, back to Crocus for episode 276 and more games. Gosh, Fairy Tale Zero, man, it got me good, man. It did me in. That was so great. Such a good story.
Mountain to the west stands the true home of the games, the Domus Flau Coliseum.
Nice to see Crocus all rebuilt and happy.
This little apartment is where I call home these days. At
Oh, and Lucy moved there,
Jewel,
okay.
It's a bit pricier than my place in Magnolia, but the location can't be beat. Good morning, world. It's time to face a brand new day. I miss my old place sometimes. All those peaceful mornings, just me alone with my thoughts, till I'd walk into the living room.
All right. This is great. So seems to be showing a lot of the highlights of the games. Oh, not only that, we're just going into like everything. Eclipse and the Executioners and Sun Village and... Wow. Oh, Aquarius. So this is just like a greatest hits. Fairy Woman. Great dancing. There you go. Yeah, so many awesome moments, guys. This is like, I love it. Great song, too. Man, so we just got like I'm saying, guys, like highlights of all the best moments from these recent arcs that we've seen. Pretty much everything since Eclipse, which everything like that I started doing reactions for, episode 176 and forward. This is great. Oh, Fields of Gold. Igneal. My goodness. That was cool. That was cool. Yeah, so I know, guys, that Fairy Tail Zero is officially over. And we're kind of just, like, using these last 2 episodes to round out the season, Season 8. Happy to see Plu again. Oh, my.
Everything's so fresh here. This fruit is amazing. Plus, it does wonders for my skin.
Yeah, so we left off with Lucy
Alright, gotta look extra cute today.
feeling abandoned by Natsu. Natsu went off to train for a year, I believe.
All done. Now it's time for me to
All right.
go to work.
Challenger, okay.
It is now 792. 1 year has passed since humanity's
Oh, yep,
epic
1 year.
battle against the demons of Tartaros.
Yeah, and Fairy Tail was disbanded at the end of that Tartaros arc, so I was really concerned over how Lucy would feel about that. She seems to be doing okay, but I feel like it's all a front. Like, deep down, she's really sad
Howdy,
still.
folks, it's Chabadi Lola again. Joining me here is former member of the Magic Council and Fiore's current favorite celebrity chef. That man is Mr. Yajima.
Good to be here.
Good to see these guys back, too, in the announcer
are we ready
seats.
to see some heart-stopping battles of wizardry?
I'm curious to see how,
to see a
too,
valid
the
pass,
games
please.
will be, like how engaging and entertaining they'll be, because I feel like all the big guilds aren't participating. Like, Fairy Tail won't be there, of course.
We can't let you
I don't
through
think
without a proper ID,
Sabretooth
miss.
and all them would be there either.
Make an exception?
No exceptions.
Oh, come on, please.
I just said no exceptions.
Wow. I know that it'd be bending the rules a little bit, but I won't tattle on you.
Wow. Love that sound effect. Can't get enough of it.
No exceptions.
Have it your way, jerks.
These are the same guards that,
Okay, I'll just
you know,
have to use
if they
more
were
brain.
watching in that like dungeon scene way back when they were trapped, they tried to like flaunt themselves to
Never heard of freedom of the press
have the door get
myself.
opened, and nothing happened then either. So maybe these guards just aren't affected by the females.
Now let's get into the first match of the semi-finals.
Hey, boss. So sorry I'm late. I kind of got held up.
Lucy. You're looking so cool, as per usual.
That was the idea. Has the match started yet?
I think it's about to be over if Krizar keeps his cool.
No matter what happens, we'll be here to tell the story.
Literally, the very next day after Natsu and Happy left for their training mission, Master Makarov disbanded the guild. Although I tried to believe it wasn't really happening, it was true. I was devastated. It was like losing my family. Everyone had to pick up the pieces and go our separate ways. It took a while for me to accept
I'm almost curious. Like, I have to assume that the guild will come back together.
But one day, Jason
Because we have a
came
whole
looking
nother
for a job.
season to go through. But I'm almost a little curious to see if it's like, oh, hello.
Nice. Cool. Boom.
Okay.
I was apprehensive at first, but I guess I must have impressed him because he kept on hiring me.
Last feature was a huge success.
I do find this interesting
So I
that
wanna
she's
push the
doing
envelope
this
even
and being a
further.
model for the magazine, because that's what she kind of talked about, like, I think way back in episode 1, she commented how Mira Jane was like the centerfold and was like, she just admired Mira Jane and like, oh god, like a fantasy to like do that kind of stuff, and now she's doing it, even though it's not probably how she expected.
Let's clear the set.
She's probably overall having a good time.
Of course. You'll do just about anything, won't you?
It's always been my biggest dream to be a writer.
Wait, do you mean like stories and stuff?
I do. I have read Sorcerer Weekly every single week for as long as I can remember. The photography and the articles are really inspiring. Writing for such a great magazine would be a dream come true, and I promise you won't be disappointed in me.
Well... Okay, I guess I could be cool and ask my bosses if they'll hire you on.
That would be uber cool!
But if we do hire you, it'd have to be as an editor in training.
Oh, that sounds like an amazing opportunity!
Nice!
So hot! I mean, so cool!
All right, everybody, that's a wrap.
Yeah, so kind of like what I was saying before, guys, I almost feel like I'm curious to know if Makarov had a secret plan when he disbanded the guild, or if he genuinely just wanted everyone to kind of go find themselves and move on, or if this is going to be some part of some grander scheme. I don't know. You never can put it past him. I almost just kind of feel like I'm reading too much into it if it is like something else like that. But gosh, like Tartaros was so insane and so traumatizing for so many of them. Like you almost feel like they need family and they need to be together. So that's why I'm kind of questioning it. Like, you know, after all that happened, why do you then kind of push everybody away?
I don't know. It reads more
So
like
I don't
a
know.
novel than a
I don't know.
puppet.
We're gonna find out eventually.
Not in 1,000 years.
Oh! That's a whole lot better than 1,000,000, I guess. Will this work?
Not in 100 years.
It's practically tomorrow at this rate! For your consideration.
Not in 10 years.
Almost there. What do you think, boss?
I think it's time I teach you to do layouts.
Awesome! All the articles have been edited, boss. We've got a wicked cool issue this week.
Thanks, Rockstar. You've got to be excited about getting your first one published, huh?
Yeah, tired, but super excited. Thanks. I owe it all to you.
You did it yourself. You don't owe me anything.
That's sweet.
Actually, you owe yourself one well-earned day off.
Uh-oh, fell asleep.
And that's how I wound up here. All right, I can handle the editing and the layout, no problem, boss man.
You're a lifesaver.
Who was that? Oh. Oh, okay. Had me for a second, too. I was like, wait.
It's kind of
saw
a
a scarf.
This year's Grand Magic Games aren't nearly as cool as they used to be. Especially Fairy Tale.
Well, we're not really a guild anymore, so...
You still have the emblem on your hand.
She can't depart with it.
But you guys did kind of break up. And you were so cool.
I needed to give everyone some space is all. They can't follow their own paths with me tagging along. That's not true either. This sucks. I was just too scared to face them. Jeez, how embarrassing. The main reason I became a reporter in the first place was to gather all the information I could find. From verified eyewitness accounts to gossip. All of it. This whole year has been one long search.
Wow. Where'd they all go,
Still no
though?
solid leads on Natsu and Happy. It's like they just disappeared. All I can think about is finding them.
Not so chipper today.
Well,
Rightfully so.
okay.
But
It's time to get moving.
good old Plu.
To work.
Surely our old friend Matto can provide us some insight.
I'll try, pumpkin.
We know who that is.
Well, anyone who's been watching could have seen this one coming. Kreesark and Dullahan had empowered their way into the final. Yo-ho! They've got a challenge on their hands from the underdogs of the Skarmiglione Guild, who have pulled off one miraculous comeback after another. This year's games have been a little different, since it's a single elimination tournament. Both of these guilds have remained undefeated up to this very point, but that's about to change for one.
Last round, it's on! So cool!
You've been zoning out this whole time? Skarmiglione are like the kings of come-from-behind victories. There's so much drama. Can they do it again? Maybe. I think they might.
Yep, that's exactly my point. Kreesark is definitely tough, it's true. But according to everything I've seen from them, Skarmiglione's members have got to be tougher by a mile.
Huh?
I think every single one of them has twice the magic power that old Kreesark does. They've just been hiding it. Skarmiglione's gonna win. There's no doubt about it.
Overcoming incredible 100-1 odds, Skarmiglione takes home the gold at this year's Grand Magic Games!
Worked like a charm.
That's right, folks. The only guild worthy of the title Fiore's mightiest is Skarmiglione!
Who's that?
I have no idea. Hold on a minute. Somebody's entering the arena. Who is it?
Huh?
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen,
Saw the preview from last episode, guys. I think I saw the scarf.
Who in the hell are
This
you?
our boy Natsu. Back from a year's journey or whatever he did. Yeah, there's the scarf. Okay.
Something's weird. So much magic power. Everyone needs to get out of here. No!
So you clowns think you're Fiore's greatest guild, do ya? Huh? All right, man. Who are you? Who, me? I'm a challenger!
There you go. Curious to know if he even knows that Fairy Tail disbanded. He's going to come back and just have no idea. And that'll be maybe why they get back together. He's going to round them all up, and he'll get Lucy first, and they'll regrow. Let's go.
The whole stadium is melting like
Oh, my.
water!
Oh, jeez.
This heat is freaking insane!
Lots of fan service this episode.
This heat, fire.
It's not so dry! Holy smokes!
Oh, my God. His wig burned off.
Hey, it's been a while. How you
And
doing?
his clothes.
Happy! You're back? Yeah, well, Natsu insisted on challenging whoever won this year's Grand Magic Games, so here we are, I guess.
They don't seem to be putting up much of a fight.
Whoever wants a piece, come and get some!
Really interesting to see him with long hair.
Now we're talking! I'm all fired up now! The place is burning up!
I'll be like, hey, Lucy. Like,
Hey! Good to see you, Lucy! How's it going?
That moment,
oh, my God.
I heard a voice
Great.
inside my head. Pretty good.
Yep. As if nothing's wrong, no time has
Said that
passed.
Fairy Tail is still alive and kicking.
We'll watch these credits too. These look new and different, of course, but more of just the greatest hits, it seems. Love the montages. Great song. Love it, love it, love it. Can't get enough of it, guys. Yeah, so like I said, I'm really thinking that they're going to have Natsu, like, have no idea that Fairy Tail disbanded, and maybe, and like, I really feel like that's going to be, like, the path to get everybody back together is Natsu returning. That's my guess. So we'll see. We'll see. Love this ending song. It's so good, so catchy. This is one where you could just, like, light some candles and just sit back in the dark and just zone out in nostalgia and everything else great. So. All right.
Whoa, can you believe we ran into Lucy like that?
Has it really been a whole year?
I gotta say, I'm in shock Fairy Tail disbanded. That seriously must have.
Oh yeah, so they did know.
Imagine how hard it must have been on Lucy.
I know.
Gildarts.
Do you think there's anything we could do about it?
Is he back?
I've got a great idea that's sure to work.
I can always count on you.
Oh yeah, I'm fired up now. Next time, Message of Flame. Let's go, Happy. Time to start a brand new adventure.
Aye, sir.
All right, let's go. We're going to dive right in, guys. Here we go. Okay, the palace in Crocus.
Did I hear that right? We're just gonna set him free? No charges? Yes.
Hisui, yay. I love Hisui.
Going? It's been a while, hasn't it?
All right. Well, this is episode 277 now, guys, and we'll watch these credits one more time, just for more nostalgia. It was really cool that they kind of changed this up last episode, just to kind of show a bunch of highlights just from all these cool moments. Gosh, so many awesome, awesome moments. I can't get enough of it. Altair, man, I miss Altair. So I'm wondering if that opening scene was before he came out into the games and burned everyone's clothes off. But yeah, I'm enjoying the show so much, guys. Can't wait to see what happens next. We are so close to the final season of Fairy Tail. Coming soon as well. We're going to have the second movie to do a reaction to. And I can't wait. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Love that snap. Remind me of like Thanos from the Avengers that Zera did there. Gosh, so many sad moments too. They just kind of glossed over real quick. Man, can't get enough. Love it.
Haven't been here since the party. That was a good time, eh?
This is serious.
It's like you still have my crown.
The only reason you're here now is because you ruined the games and caused major damage to the Domus Flow Coliseum.
Sorry about that.
It has been a while. It makes me happy to see you're doing well. You've done so much for us.
What's she talking about?
Remember all that eclipse stuff and when the spirits went cuckoo?
Yeah!
Due to Natsu and Fairy Tail's heroic actions, the city of Crocus and the entire kingdom of Fiore have been saved from the brink of destruction many times. Surely you haven't forgotten.
It makes perfect sense that our reunion here today would involve such uproar.
Majesty, will there be any punishment? This
Nope.
year's games were boring. So for heating things up, you have my thanks.
Oh, yeah!
So, do you know what you'll do next?
Well, since we just wrapped up a year of super intense training, we were planning on heading back to the guild.
Aye, sir.
Is that
Oh, he doesn't know.
Best of luck to you.
They're not going to tell him either. Message of Flame.
You better stay away!
I can't believe you're not in jail right now.
Hey, are you just here to watch the games by yourself, or what?
How come Fairy Tale isn't competing this year?
Hey, man.
It's Scar Miglione!
We want you to be our big brother.
That's not possible.
We made a whole lot of money this year, but with your guidance...
We could haul in practically all the jewel in Fiore.
You gotta be kidding me.
You know, there's just something about you guys that makes me real mad.
Seriously? What's with you?
We're just starving, that's all.
I'd give his left eye for a fish right now.
Let's go grab a bite. We can catch up, and it'll be my treat.
Oh, thank you, merciful goddess Lucy!
We're not worthy!
Honey now! You're embarrassing me! So what have you guys been doing for the past year?
Training hard.
But first, we went to Tinro Island and visited Master Mavis's grave.
Really? Well, then what?
Next week... Oh, get a load of this. You probably won't believe what a horrible thing Natsu did after that.
Happy? What are you talking about?
He talked me into going on this year-long training mission with him, but he had absolutely nothing planned.
You don't say.
We just walked around randomly, and it was totally brutal.
Well, a hardcore training mission is supposed to be brutal.
Spill it, Cat. I'm all ears.
Well, if you think you're ready.
What's up, man? Did you catch us any fishies?
Hold on. Is something wrong with you? I don't have it on me. I got a huge one, bigger than you even. But then it got stolen from right under my nose.
Dinner was stolen? By who?
By a bunch of super mean-looking wizards. There were like way more than 40 of them.
That many?
Hang on, Natsu. You didn't have
Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on with him?
Yeah, but I fired them up real
He's
good
all
beforehand.
high as a kite, maybe.
Relax, man. I'm feeling just fine. Is that it?
Yeah, and they're ruining it.
That fish looks teeny, and there's only 4 of them.
I may have exaggerated just a little tiny bit to make the story more interesting.
No, wait. I can see more now, yeah. I'd say there are 40 at the very least.
Yep, this really isn't gonna end well.
Let me take a wild guess. You guys are the fish stealers.
What are you talking about? We're a wizard guild, pal. So, if you want this fish back, you're gonna have to...
I know. Take it by force. Like how you guys beat up poor little Happy and took it from him.
We didn't beat anybody up for it.
What's he talking about? There's a pretty hefty price for making my best friend cry, you know.
Simmer down.
Happy's totally lying.
He's a fire wizard! Yeah! Iron Maiden Needle Hammer!
Hand over the fishy and no one else gets hurt.
His guild!
Fire Dragon!
Don't you think you might have gone a little overboard with the fire?
I said I'd get our fish back, so that's all I'm doing here, okay? I thought you were in a guild! You're supposed to have each other's backs no matter what! And fight your common enemy!
See you later, fish.
Here's your fish, Happy.
Yep, it's
Eat
gone.
your fill, but save some for me, okay?
You're such a big dummy. See? It's things like this. All of that fighting and commotion, and we both still went hungry that night. You know what really bothered me about the whole thing? After he beat those guys, Natsu said something in his sleep.
What was it?
He said he'll teach a lesson to anyone who doesn't treat their friends like family.
Hey, Lucy.
What?
Something happened, right? Come on, I can tell when you're feeling sad.
You start acting all weird, just like you are right now.
Right after you left, the guild broke up.
Huh? How could that happen?
They're gonna be like, well, let's just get them back together.
I would have told you, but I didn't know where you were.
Do you know where Gramps is now? I'm gonna kick his butt, and after that, I'll rip out what's left of his hair.
You gotta leave his mustache at least.
Nobody knows what happened to him.
What about Ursa and Gray? Where'd they go? You know?
Everybody went their separate ways.
You haven't even kept in touch? Fairy Tail split up and no one even gives a crap about it?
That's not true.
I mean, why didn't anyone try to stop it from happening? If Gramps really wanted to quit, he could have made Loxus the new master!
I don't think you have any room to talk, Natsu. You weren't there.
Say what?
Can you honestly say you were thinking about the guild when you decided to run away for a whole year? You just took off. You didn't even talk to any of us about it.
It wasn't like that.
Sorry. I'm not telling you how to live your lives. I know you had your reasons for leaving.
I'm so sad with this piano.
Yeah. I know Master and everyone else had their own reasons for taking off too.
You actually live here?
I can't believe you moved out of Magnolia.
Yep, this is my new place. You don't have anywhere to stay, do ya? You can crash here for a while.
Oh, thank you, merciful goddess Lucy!
But you gotta promise you won't mess anything up. And if I find you in my bedroom, you're gonna be dead meat! I just told you not to mess anything up! You better clean up after yourself,
Too late.
You hear me?
Your panty collection has grown quite a bit.
Get the heck out of my dresser!
Oh, there you go.
I feel like I got a brand new head, baby. I almost forgot to mention it. We ran into Guild Arts in the middle of some random forest.
Really?
Hey!
What happened?
I fought him, of course.
Did I even have to ask?
That was great.
It's a little.
Then what next?
A little surprise there, okay. Oh my god. Guild Arts is really cool, but I understand that he's just so powerful that that's why they kind of
So you guys helped
had him
destroy
go
another
off
mountain,
and
did
leave
ya?
the show a little bit, because he would have just cleaned up Tartaros pretty quickly, and it wouldn't have been much of an arc if he was there, I think. So
With each other's bags by mistake.
he's still on his 100-year quest
Yeah?
with no food.
Well, we decided to stop for lunch. He ran up and attacked Natsu with tears running down his face.
I win for the 7th time in a row.
Ah, no way! All right, I call for a rematch.
Hey, Michelle.
Wow. Tonight brought back so many memories.
Miss Michelle so much. She was cool.
Hey, Happy,
Aye, sir.
our guild doesn't exist anymore.
Hard to believe it's true.
Let's draw on Lucy's face while she's asleep.
Wouldn't be a sleepover without a little breakery.
My god.
She's on logs.
Careful not to wake her up, okay?
I'm gonna do it nice and steady.
So what are you gonna draw?
Duh. A mustache, a big old unibrow, maybe even a full-on beard. What is this?
It's the journey they gotta take to find everybody and regroup them. Let's go.
Eyewitness reports and specific dates and times when they were last seen.
Amazing.
This is the place!
Should we bust in, sir?
A bunch of soldiers standing outside my door is not the kind of thing I want to wake up to.
So they found us already, huh?
Hi, sir.
The army came looking for you?
Let's go, Lucy!
What kind of trouble are you in now?
Nothing we can't outrun!
Oh, jeez.
Is he
Fairy Tale? Telling everyone we're coming back.
All right.
Tail, the palace is burning.
We let him go. That troublemaker.
We loves it.
Okay. Summon the Hungry Wolf Knights.
Oh, they're back too.
Cool! The scoop is gonna be massive! Best of luck to you, Lucy. And try to stay cool.
That type of fire goes out super quickly, so everything's gonna be okay.
This is one of the best opening songs.
You're happy? How can you just announce Fairy
The
Tail's
the chasing song, I
We
love
all
it.
still believe in it. We're gonna get everyone together, and the guild will be better than ever.
That's right. Let's go.
Come on.
She's gonna leave her editor and training job and never look back. So. Such a great theme. I love the music in the show. It's so good. There's Mavis. Juvie. Yeah, so I'm assuming, guys, the final season, which is coming next, is going to start off with them finding, like, all the members and regrouping and reforming, and then probably facing some threat at that point, I'm assuming. This is so cool. We're going through the whole show with all the characters and villains and all the big storylines from episode 1 we're going through. So this is the Kingdom of Heaven arc now. That was a great one. I can't wait to go back and rewatch that. We had Fairy Tail versus Fairy Tail with Loxus, Thunder Legion. I hated Loxus so much when he came on, but he turned out to be so cool. The Sace, Nirvana, Wendy, and this lady. I don't remember her, but I remember not really being into her. Atlas. So many cool moments there. Hades. Infinity Clock. Michelle. This is so cool. We're just going through everything. The games, Sabretooth, Eclipse. Gosh, this show, man. I love this show. I cannot get enough of it. Threat of the Future and the Spirits. Tartaros. Zera, he's coming. Final season. We got to deal with him.
I wonder how far we can get today.
We're gonna get just as far as we can.
If I had to take a wild guess, I'd say we'll make it to the city on the other side of that mountain.
Well, if we're gonna travel that far, we should take a train or something, right?
Are you crazy? Just thinking about it makes me want to hurl.
And so, we continue our eternal adventure. Let's keep moving on!
All right. Gosh, man, I love his show. I cannot get enough of it. Well, guys, that was Season 8 officially. We finished Fairy Tail Zero and the final 2 episodes of that season. And my gosh, it was amazing. I loved it. I love that Natsu is just on the path with Lucy now to get everyone back together. And we're just going to have a grand old time. It's going to be great. We're here, guys. We're finally at the point where we are going to now journey forward into the final season of Fairy Tail. I want to say there's around 50 episodes, somewhere in that range. I know a little bit more than 50, not 50 exactly. I might be wrong. I don't recall the exact amount. I think it goes up to like 327 or 328 is the episode count. Gosh, it's so good. I can't believe we're actually at this point. I was... Like, Tartaros was this daunting challenge to me. It was so crazy. And then we did it. We got it. And we hit Fairy Tail Zero. We did that. We're moving on. We're going to do that. Like, gosh, thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. It means so much. I cannot get enough of the show, like I keep saying, guys. I love it. And I'm so happy that I'm doing these reactions. I'm so happy that you guys are on this ride with me. I know I'm late to the party, but I'm loving every moment of this show, guys, and I can't wait to see what happens next. We also have the Fairy Tail second movie coming in shortly after we begin the final season. It's going to be coming up in between one of the two episodes, so I'm excited to see that because the first movie was fantastic. I'm really excited to see the second one. And yeah, guys, so we're just going to keep going forward with Fairy Tail. Like I kind of mentioned, guys, on and off, if you're still listening to me at this point, even though the episode's over, I am going to plan to go back, and after we finish Fairy Tail, I want to do the 9 OVAs and react to those and see what those are all about. And then I'm going to go back and officially begin episode 1, and I'm going to go through 1 through the 175 and end off on that big cliffhanger that inspired me to finally start episode reactions in the middle of the Grand Magic Games. And I can't wait to go through all that stuff, guys. I really honestly was not paying attention in those early episodes. I missed so much stuff. I didn't realize what the kind of show Fairy Tail is like, where characters come back and they do more with them, and you need to really learn of these characters. Like, I was thinking they were just one-off people that you just disappear like so many other shows I've seen, and it's not like that at all. So I'm so excited to go back and see a lot of the beginnings, because there's so many moments that I just don't remember how it goes. So it's almost going to be like me watching for the first time, but some stuff I do remember, of course. The big moments I do remember, and I will share my thoughts of how I felt and reacted in those when I first saw it. And it's just going to hopefully be fun, guys. I'm going to have a good old time doing that, so hopefully you guys continue on. I'm not ready to let go of Fairy Tail, so we're going to be doing Fairy Tail for a while on this channel. So if you're still listening, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking this video if you've done that, and please subscribe if you haven't. We also have Patreon, guys, like I mentioned in the beginning, so feel free to consider supporting this channel if you're interested in doing so, and thank you to those of you that already have. We'll be back, guys, next time with more Fairy Tail. We also have Eden Zero and Black Clover episode reactions going on the channel, and we just hit 900 subscribers at the time of this recording. So to celebrate, before we jump into the final season of Fairy Tail, I am going to do a new anime opening reaction video. That will be out next Friday, and then we will kick off with more Fairy Tail after that. So stay tuned, guys. I will be back, and we'll see you then. Thanks for watching so much. Have a great day. See you soon.